All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to our morning market update for this beautiful Tuesday, July the 30th of 2019. Hope you're all having a great day. We're in California, Los Angeles for the week, visiting the wife here. She's doing a course and had some separation anxiety. So I came out to see the wife and then also to meet with a friend. And it was also a trader, actually, Anthony Drager, great guy. So we're going to spend some time chatting about trading, markets, and spend some time at the beach as well. So fun stuff. Let's get into our morning market update for today. First and foremost, we have some big news out of the UK. Boris Johnson is trying to renegotiate the terms of the Brexit deal, and European Union is unlikely to renegotiate anything. They said the deal that there is the one that they're looking forward to. So I mean, we knew that it wouldn't be a good and easy renegotiation, and that Europe didn't want to renegotiate. But that confirmation there is dropping the pound below the 122 key level, trading down at 121.85 by 6 a.m. this morning. All right, wow, running the worst loss in 3 years for that currency. So the currency market's down on that and the Brexit deal, and it's going to heat up as we push forward to the September and October deadline that Boris Johnson's trying to accomplish his deal in. All right, in other news, trade talks today includes U.S. delegates, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. They are in Shanghai today for meetings with their Chinese counterparts and trade representatives. And markets are sort of they're in a situation where the hopes for a new deal are pretty low. They're not expecting to find any kind of agreement, so they're more nervous heading into this meeting than past meetings. I remember before that they would have a delegation or a meeting taking place, and the market would rally without any significant news. I think now we've shifted to a little bit more of a conservative tone, where the expectations aren't very high. And when the expectations aren't very high, good news tends to factor in stronger. So listen to the news wire throughout today. There could be some volume and volatility due to this event. We're going to be keeping a close eye out on that. All right. So that's one thing that markets are looking forward to. Now, the second thing that's really important is the Federal Reserve is starting their two-day meeting today. So today they will meet and discuss. Tomorrow they're going to have a policy decision, which is a huge opportunity. Markets are going to be pretty volatile, and we're going to see what comes out of that meeting. We'll be trading that live with their elite team starting at 1:45 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to see what the Fed says and what the press conference holds. But in almost every Federal Reserve event that I can remember, we've had a lot of opportunity, and our elite team's done incredibly well. So that's a volatility event we have to track with for tomorrow. All right. What else did I have here? Jotted down. Shares of Capital One, credit card and financing company, down 3% pre-market after they said a hacker exposed 140,000 social security numbers in the United States and numbers of their credit card customers, around 80,000 bank accounts, and 1 million Canadian SIN numbers. And but that's very interesting. And we're going to talk about the Fed tomorrow. All tomorrow's morning market update will be the Fed. I agree with you. They shouldn't cut the rate, and I'll tell you why they are and what they're using to support their decision. It's pretty much an insurance cut that I don't think we need either. But the Federal Reserve doesn't work for the economy; it works for the stock market. You have to know that. That's the new dynamic of this Fed for probably around a decade now. All right, so Capital One down 3%. A lot of account numbers exposed, including the 1 million Canadian accounts. The hacker has been caught. The suspect is Paige A. Thompson, who is a former employee. That's so weird. I just saw somebody walk in the suite. It might have been the shoes under.
Nobody walked in the suite.
I was in the hotel and I just sort of, that broke the flow. If somebody walking in the hotel didn't break the flow, I don't know what should. Uh, Suspect Paige A. Thompson, former employee of Amazon Web Services. All right, is the one who hacked and sold data. He's been caught. It'll cost the company approximately $100 to $150 million in fees to restore. And I tell you one thing that can't be restored: the confidence of the consumer. And so that's something interesting that we're kind of keeping tabs with. When we look at some other news events, U.S. futures are pointing lower. Yesterday, on Sunday rather, for Market Analysis Live, before I flew out to California, we told you guys we expect a sell-off in this market early on in the week, and we got it yesterday. Even though we sold off yesterday, we had the lowest volume ever for the whole year. Just $800,000 or 800,000 contracts traded on the E-mini, the S&P 500 futures, very low and thin volume. By 3:30 p.m., just 30 minutes before closing bell, it was only 600,000. Even though we had a sell-off, that sell-off was way too low volume for it to have continued sharply deeper. So the pullback was likely and expected. All right, but on today's session, I expect to see a little bit more thin volume, less volatility as institutional traders start to pare back their trading in anticipation of the Fed meeting. All right, oftentimes as traders, we think about how much money we need to make to support ourselves, but you have to think of it this way. If you're an institutional trader who is moving, instead of 5, 10 contracts, imagine moving 500 to a few thousand contracts. All right, would you have the volume and the opportunity to take on or put out a position one day before the Federal Reserve event? And would you want to, knowing that you could be stuck in a multi-thousand lot position and having the thin volume to get out of it? All right, and that's how you have to think. So if you think institutional traders aren't going to do that, which they aren't, they're not going to make any really big moves today, means volume's evaporating. All right, so what you're going to see is more of the retail crowd out. I think today we have a low volume consolidation day as we wait for the Federal Reserve. I don't think we have massive trend movement in either direction. I think we just sit more quietly within a tighter range, consolidate and wait for the Fed. Although if we were going to move, it would be bearish. I have a slight bearish bias with more of a reason to believe we're going to consolidate and we're not going to have as exciting of a day. And that's all right, because all the volatility tomorrow will make up for today's patience. So today, follow the 3 rules of trading: diligence, discipline, and patience. But more importantly, all right, trade smaller size today, trade less often, and take your profit quicker. And you'll have great opportunities for the day. All right, let's have a quick little review of markets and where they're at this morning. In Asia, Japan's up 0.4%. Hong Kong's up 1/10% rather. China's up 0.4. India's down 0.8%. I think there's a correction coming as well. I really do. Markets don't crash from lows; they crash from all-time highs where we are at the moment. So I think it's coming. I think the question is, how will the market digest this Fed news? Because we might have one more leg up, just for everyone who's skeptical of this rally. Have one more leg up, make them feel like they missed out, and then they buy the top, and we go down from there. All right, that's what I'm seeing. In Europe at midday, London's up 0.1%. Paris is down 0.8%. Frankfurt down 1.6. Futures in the U.S. Dow down 0.2. S&P down 0.3. Nasdaq down the most, 0.4%. Crude oil's up 1%. Gold's up 1.4. All right, and Bitcoin still below 10,000, but up 0.1%. So this morning, FOMC meeting began officially today. And meeting minutes and the decision is due out tomorrow at 2 p.m., followed by the press conference at 2:30 by Jerome Powell. And we had some data this morning. 9 a.m. we already had Case-Shiller Home Price Index. Haven't had a chance to read through it yet because I was doing this update. 10 a.m. Consumer Confidence and pending home sales. So at the top of the hour, we have 2 pretty sizable reports on the economic front. Watch that. But all in all, today, expect a little bit of retracted volatility as traders start to get prepared for tomorrow's really big event. That's what I have for you today. I wasn't able to trade yesterday at all. I'm having a bit of an issue downloading data on my portable setup. Usually the first day, that's what happens until you sort of adjust. But I will be out here trading with the group. We're in fact going to go to trading room now, and we're going to open it up for some analysis, some trade ideas, plan some levels, and give you some high opportunity, low risk areas where you could take advantage of the price action. All right, so that being said, thank you for tuning in. We're back to our regular morning market updates. Yesterday was a travel day. I bought Wi-Fi expecting to do an update on the plane. I kid you not, so much dedicated to you guys. I bought Wi-Fi and I fell asleep with my hand on the keyboard. I had all intention, but I only slept an hour and a half. I'm like, look, I really want to be trading. An hour and a half sleep. And I just slept for the whole plane ride. Woke up drooling on myself, hand on the keyboard, hadn't moved at all. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny indeed. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. And have a great trading day. Manage your risk, trade pro. And I head on over in the trading room and trade with the team. You guys have a great day. Appreciate you all. Thanks for the comments on YouTube. Send you guys love, joy, and happiness. And I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and have a good rest of your day. Ciao.